Done.
Okay.
All right, I'll start letting people in.
Awesome.
Okay. Welcome everyone as you're coming in. I'm slowly admitting everyone. And welcome, if you're here and you can hear me, just go ahead and hello, go ahead and change your name if you don't already have your name on your screen. So if you look down in your little box to the left and you see that your name is not your name, just click the 3 dots in the top right corner and just go ahead and put your name there. That way we know who you are. And welcome.
Ooh.
All right. And you can also, as you're joining, please say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're coming, where you're calling in from. I know there are many of us from all over. So just pop into the chat and say hello and let us know where you're calling from. You can say how you know Vicky.
Hello. I'm iPad 5. I didn't know how to change my name.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
Do you see 3 little dots up in the right corner of your video?
Yes. Oh, I see.
Click on that and then click rename.
That's not an option.
It's not an option.
Oh, wait, there's more dot. No, that's just more emojis. My name's Eula. It's Y-O-U-L-A, also known as iPad 5. How's that? Sorry.
Wonderful.
Sorry. That's my alter ego. I don't know.
I like it. I like it. iPad 5.
There we go. Oh, sorry. Meeting. Sorry. Oh, I don't know where my camera is either. Oh, you know what? I have it. Wait.
Quite all right. And everyone else who's joining us, if you can just click, if your name is not already on your screen, just go ahead and click those 3 little dots up in the top right corner of your screen, hit rename, and then you should be able to rename yourself as you. All right, it looks like
It's great.
getting everyone in here. And again, if you're just joining us, please let us know where you're calling from in the chat. And welcome everyone. If you're not muted, please mute yourself. I think I muted everyone so that you don't have to worry about it. But if you notice that you're not muted, go ahead and mute yourself. And welcome. Let's see, I'm going to pop open my chat here. Welcome everybody. Hello, Dr. Beth Hedva. Hello, Veronica, Christine. Hello, Donna. Hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all and welcome to the Embodied book launch party. Oh, it is wonderful to see all these faces. I am so glad you're here. I'm Carissa Carner. I'll be your host for this evening and walking you through this wonderful celebration. So whether you're joining us on Zoom or if you're watching this on Facebook, on the Vicki Rebecca's Facebook page, we invite you to share, follow, and like Vicki's page, her posts on Facebook and Instagram. That really helps to get the word out. But we are just so glad that you are here. Now, if you have any questions for Vicki along the way, go ahead and pop those in the chat. So feel free to use the chat as much as you like during this party this evening. Also, once we get to the Q&A, you can always go down. There's a little reactions on the bottom. If you're not familiar with those, if you just move your mouse around on your screen and you'll see those reactions, a little smiley face with a plus on it. And you can use those reactions to raise your hand when it comes time for the Q&A. But you can also put your questions in the chat, as I said. Now, there are going to be some incredible prizes tonight that will be awarded throughout the evening worth over $500. So we're saving the biggest for the very end. So please make sure you stay to the end to see if you win any of those prizes. And now, just admitting the last few people that are coming in. And now for the main event and why all of you are here, why you're here tonight, please welcome the author of Embodied, the incredible psychotherapist and coach, and all around amazing woman, and my friend, Vicki Rebekis. Take it away, Vicki.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Vicki.
Hi, Lisa. Great to see you for being here. All right. So, can you see me? Everybody see me good? Awesome.
Yes.
So yeah, it's so super exciting. I appreciate all of you for taking the time out from your busy evenings and days for some people. I have people here from Australia. And so it's really great to see everybody, to come and celebrate on this amazing accomplishment about my book. So thank you for being here. I look forward to talking more about the book and exploring this, all about the book basically, and having a fun-filled evening.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vicki. So I know this is your first book. This is the first book you've written. So tell us a little bit about why you wrote it. What prompted you to write this book?
Yeah, it's really interesting. For me, I've always enjoyed writing in general, and it was one of the things that I loved doing in my master's program, writing. And when I first started my practice, I needed to, well, I didn't need to, but I wanted to. So I started writing some blog posts, and that kind of set the stage. Even as a young child, I was interested in writing. And so back then I was doing mostly poems, but there was some part of me, I think, that knew that I was going to write a book at some point in my life. So I think it was just, as somebody said to me, it was my dharma that needed to be completed. It was my contract. So I've completed it now, and it's the work that has been done. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Wow, that's beautiful. So this is really your soul's calling to write this book.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. I love that. All right. So as you know, there are going to be many prizes awarded this evening. And Vicki, let's go ahead and draw our first prize. What do you say?
Yes, that's exciting. So I have a little dish here. You probably can't see it, but all your names are in here. So I'm just going to be picking people's names throughout the evening. You may not be able to see it because it's a little dark in here, but back there on the table, there's a whole bunch of gift bags with some lovely prizes. And then the grand prize will be drawn at the end of the evening. So I'm going to draw the first name. I'm not looking. All right. Oh, lovely. Svetlana. So congratulations, Svetlana. Next time I see you, you'll get a nice little gift bag, and I'll keep your name aside so I remember who won. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Congratulations, Svetlana. I'll keep track too, Vicki. So number one is Svetlana. Woohoo! There's a little clap reaction too, if anybody wants to celebrate. I think there might be a celebrate one too. Very
I
exciting.
was going to get a noisemaker, but then I thought, noisemaker, maybe a little bit too childish.
That sounds fun to me. We can make our own noise. All right. Well, Vicki, tell us a little bit about the book.
Absolutely. So the book is, there's 3 parts to the book. It's quite a big book. So forewarning, it's about over 400 pages, 432 pages. But I thought it was really important to have it to be really, truly inclusive of all the things that really needed to be in the book. So the first part of the book talks about the ways we disconnect from our body. Those include trauma, lack of boundaries, our getting stuck in negative thoughts, or having limiting beliefs. So there's a thoughts chapter. And then the last chapter is on our emotions. For many people, it's difficult to feel emotions, get stuck in emotions. Maybe emotions are too overwhelming. So then as a result, all those ways limit people with their ability to connect because they're too stuck in that pattern. They get disconnected from their body as a result. Then the second part of the book is the reconnection portion. So it's helping people to find the ways that they can help them to truly understand what it feels like to reconnect to their body. And those chapters are five specific chapters: mindfulness, grounding, senses, helping people to feel into their sensations in their body, energy work, and shamanism. So the two last chapters may be a little bit new for people. Some people may not kind of like utilize these kinds of tools. But as my own personal background has always come from a spirituality focused background. And I didn't really, and most people know me, but I really didn't introduce myself per se to some people. There's some people here that are new. So not only am I a psychologist, author, and coach, but my background, I'm a Reiki master and a Peruvian shamanic practitioner. So throughout 35 plus years of my life, I've always sought out more alternative styles of teachings and experiences for my own personal healing. And that's kind of like how the book is set up as well. Usually at the beginning of the chapter, it relates to some of my own personal experiences and then goes into what the chapter is about. So I thought it was really important just to be in alignment with who I am, that those chapters needed to be included. And then the third chapter is your authentic self. And I thought it was really important that we combine all of those elements so that people can also, everything that they've learned within the book, that they can then also recognize the biggest piece to me, in all honesty, is being authentic, is being able to be truly yourself. And so that chapter includes 4 brief sections in one chapter, just how to be self-compassionate, to have self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and self-love. And it's just kind of like tying everything together. And so I thought it was important to do that. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Wow, that's incredible. It sounds like it's really about clearing whatever stands in the way, reconnecting to yourself, and then allowing yourself to express authentically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're weaving in all of these amazing tools and experiences that you have and sharing your unique perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my goal.
Wow. And there's a trailer for the book, is that right?
There is. Let's show the trailer.
All right.
I'm going to share my screen here. So give me just a few moments here. I should hopefully figure this out. Okay, hopefully you can all hear this. Let me know if you can't, but the sound has been shared. So here we go. Take a transformational journey of healing and self-discovery with your body. Embodied absolutely covers the whole body, spiritual, emotional, physical, for healing trauma. Uncover the ways you have become disconnected from your body through trauma and wounds, due to blurred or damaged boundaries, from limiting or negative beliefs and cognitive distortions, from difficulty naming and feeling emotions, from dealing with thoughts and emotions to setting boundaries and connecting with spirit. This book has all the components we need to journey on the path towards wholeness. Learn how to connect to your body. Become mindful and increase self-awareness and bodily awareness. Become centered, present, and in balance with your body and the environment around you. Explore your senses and the sensations in your body to tap into your intuition, your true inner knowing. Explore how to give yourself healing energy and clear and protect energetic boundaries. Through shamanic rituals and ceremonies, you will release stuck wounds and connect with Mother Earth. Vicki provides a unique, holistic approach to trauma and becoming reconnected to our bodies. Shamanism and energy work meet modern psychology in this comprehensive healing plan. Learn self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and self-love so you can live your life authentically. Embodied takes you on a journey of profound self-discovery. Only then can you reconnect with your true self to live deeply, love fully, and embody your uniqueness. Purchase your copy on Amazon today. Connect at VickiRebecas.com or on Instagram at VickiRebecas.
Wow, that's lovely. Vicky, Ala and Juan asked, is the trailer audio only? We could only hear it. We didn't see anything. Was there a visual that went along with it?
Yes. Sadly, I'm sorry to hear that. You couldn't see? You couldn't see the video?
No, we could only hear the audio. Do you want to play it again?
Play it again. Let's
Yeah,
see.
play it again for us.
Let's see if I can figure that out. I'm surprised. Maybe I've got to also share, because I'm sharing my screen and it's coming up on my screen. Let me
All
just,
we see is the screen of your files.
right. But when I double click on the book trailer,
So if you unshare your screen and then click share and make sure you're sharing the page that has the video on it.
it is, let me do it this way. There's another way that I can do that.
And while Vicky's figuring that out, if you'll just in the chat, let us know, what are you thinking so far? How does this sound to you? Are you excited about reading the book? And iPhone, whoever iPhone is, said the trailer was great information. I agree. It was wonderful information. Yeah, and Ellie's saying you have to select the specific screen. And I think that that's exactly right, Vicky. When you go to screen share, you should have some different options. And just select the screen, or you can select to share your whole. Let me see, I can even tell you what that might look like. So you can just share your whole desktop, I believe.
Gotta love technology when you don't know how to do these things.
Oh, Miriam said she already got her copy and she's been looking forward to reading it.
No, that's wonderful.
And Svetlana can't wait to get it. She said it should arrive in a couple days. And Dr. Beth Hedva says, great meditation. You have a wonderful voice. I agree. Oh, your voice was just so soothing in that trailer.
I think
Well,
because I'm looking from my, oh, let me see if I can do something here. Can you still see my screen?
I see your screen.
Okay.
It's still on the same page of your files.
Okay.
And Christine says she's really excited to read the book, and the trailer enticed her, and hearing you speak, Vicky, it really resonated with her. And iPad says, I've already ordered your book and can't wait to get it into my hands. I know I forget what your other name is, iPad 5. I'm just remembering how you said that's your alter ego. Miriam says, looking forward to reading and learning about shamanism.
There's this big, oh, there I go. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I appreciate your patience.
Vicky, is there a way that you can open up your video? So unshare, open up the video, and then share your screen. So you might have to put your video on pause, but you can try it that way.
Okay. I've taken it from my website, so I'm just curious if, can you guys see this now or no?
We still see the same thing. Try unsharing and then resharing, Vicky.
Yeah, you might have to go to the actual, open the video first.
Open the video first. Okay.
But unshare. So
But
stop sharing.
unshare. Yeah.
Yep. Stop share. And now share the screen. Okay. Let's try this. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So it'll be
There,
small.
now you got
It
it.
probably won't be big, but hopefully you'll be able to physically see the video.
Yes.
So I started here. Of healing and self-discovery with your body. Embodied absolutely covers the whole body, spiritual, emotional, physical, for healing trauma. Uncover the ways you have become disconnected from your body through trauma and wounds, due to blurred or damaged boundaries, from limiting or negative beliefs and cognitive distortions, from difficulty naming and feeling emotions, from dealing with thoughts and emotions to setting boundaries and connecting with spirit. This book has all the components we need to journey on the path towards wholeness. Learn how to connect to your body. Become mindful and increase self-awareness and bodily awareness. Become centered, present, and in balance with your body and the environment around you. Explore your senses and the sensations in your body to tap into your intuition, your true inner knowing. Explore how to give yourself healing energy and clear and protect energetic boundaries. Through shamanic rituals and ceremonies, you will release stuck wounds and connect with Mother Earth. Vicki provides a unique holistic approach to trauma and becoming reconnected to our bodies. Shamanism and energy work meet modern psychology in this comprehensive healing plan. Learn self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and self-love so you can live your life authentically. Embodied takes you on a journey of profound self-discovery. Only then can you reconnect with your true self to live deeply, love fully, and embody your uniqueness. Purchase your copy on Amazon today. Connect at vickyrebecas.com or on Instagram at vickyrebecas. Now I keep, can you hear it still?
Yes, we heard it and we saw it. It was so lovely.
Awesome.
So lovely. Oh, and I see some thumbs up and some hearts. Yes. Oh, everyone is just loving it, Vicky. Amazing. So beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Beautiful trailer.
Thank you.
And we do have another very special guest tonight, which is Dr. Beth Hedva, and she wrote the foreword for Vicky's book. And she's going to say a few words tonight. So, Vicky, would you like to introduce Dr. Beth Hedva?
Absolutely. I just want to say truly how honored I was that Beth Hedva, who is an extremely busy woman doing her own writing her own books, took the time out to write the foreword for the book. So I was very fortunate enough to have Beth Hedva. Not only is she a mentor, somebody that I look up to, but I took an embodied awareness training certification with her. So as a result, without further ado, I wanted to introduce her. Beth Hedva is the author of the Coalition of Visionary Resources Best Self-Help Book, Betrayal, Trust, and Forgiveness. Please welcome Dr. Beth Hedva.
Thank you, Vicki, and I'm really happy to be here with you and just so thrilled that your book is now out. It's a true compendium of all of the different tools that we can use to heal ourselves. And you asked me to say just a few words about trauma. I would like to say that what we call, I'm sorry, can you hear me okay, or is there feedback still? Okay. So trauma has had a lot of different names at different times in history. Buddha called it suffering. I called it betrayal in my very first book. It really is about the experience of being launched into a necessary growth cycle in which we have an opportunity to dive very deep into the well of our true being and to discover a source of healing within us that can actually launch us from the path of traumatic stress into the path of post-traumatic growth. So the tools that we need to do that, and the class that Vicki took, I talk about using 12 senses. And so our physical senses are only some of the senses. Sensations in the body are much more than just physical. They include information that we receive through our emotions and the transmission of emotions, and through the transmission of energy and our gut feelings, and the transmission of ideas when we pick up thoughts. For example, when somebody says one thing, but you get the impression that they mean something else. We all know what that feels like. Or the impression of images or pictures or clairvoyant capacities, along with intuition. But the most important senses are those of what I call spiritual discernment, where we begin to be able to see the truth and the right direction for us, not in terms of a moral judgment, what's right, but what is the way that I go towards healing? And that is our last sense, which is realization. We realize our authentic self. We realize who and what we truly are and what we're here for, and how everything in our life is part of our spiritual journey. And Vicky's book is a really good example of how to use all of your resources, psychological as well as spiritual and ancient resources, for example, ritual and ceremony, and how we can launch ourselves onto that path of health, healing, and wholeness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Beth Hedva.
Wow, that was really powerful. Thank you. Well, Vicky, I think it's time to pull another name for another prize.
All righty, here we go. Patricia Ducey. I believe she's here. I think I saw her online.
Woohoo, Patricia. Congratulations. And just writing her name down as well, so we make sure she gets her prize. And are you telling people what they win, or is it a surprise when they receive it?
It's a surprise.
Ooh.
It's definitely all encompassing in terms of what the book is about. So it's got resources in there to support you in all of the reconnection, as I'll be talking about those chapters in just a little bit here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Great. And speaking of chapters, so you said as you were walking us through the book that there are 5 chapters to help people reconnect with their body, which sounds incredibly powerful and so important. So can you give us some insight on what to expect from the mindfulness chapter in particular, and why you started with that one?
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do with the reconnection, with all of the chapters in the connection section, I'm just going to read a little bit of the book and do a couple of different exercises from some of them. So throughout the book, there's every chapter, including in the disconnection section. I don't leave you just in the disconnection. I also talk about ways to support yourself. And throughout the book, there are many different, what I called embodied exercises to help you to connect with your body, to help you to work through, to also connect with your thoughts and your emotions in a different way. I started with mindfulness because to me, mindfulness is really about connecting people, number one, to their own self-awareness, to their own understanding. So I'm just going to read a little bit about that, and then we can do a little mindfulness, meditation. So self-awareness is about knowing and understanding who you are as an individual, your mind and body. Your individuality includes your personality or character traits, thoughts, emotions, actions, beliefs, values, desires, goals, needs, wants, and interactions with others. Through self-awareness, you become more consciously aware of who you are. As you engage with your world and through your experiences, you begin to develop a greater sense of self-identity. As you become self-aware, you pay attention to what is happening to you. You focus on your perception of yourself, your place in the world, how you influence your world, and how the world impacts you. Start to notice your feelings and thoughts and the sensations they bring up in you. As you become more curious and observant, it will increase your self-awareness. And then the next section is bodily awareness, which is so important in terms of the reconnection to our bodies. So bodily self-awareness is an awareness of your body, is your ability to direct your focus inward to the internal sensations you experience. Bodily self-awareness is also your ability to notice the sensations you experience on your skin through touch, pressure, and vibration, but also through energy, which I talk more about in the later chapters. Then the rest of the book talks about the different ways that you can incorporate how to be mindful, and the different ways that you can then incorporate meditations and different styles of meditations so that you have lots of options to choose from.
I love that you give people so many options, because not every tool is right for everyone. And so it's really a way to honor whatever their path is that helps them connect the best.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was the purpose. Absolutely. It's important to me.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I know you just said you're going to lead us through a meditation. This seems like a wonderful time for it. Would you like to lead that now?
Yes, absolutely. So this is actually from the grounding chapter. This is a tree meditation, but I thought it was a good place to start, and one that will hopefully not bring up anything, because we want to also keep people connected but light in this moment, because connecting with your body can also bring up trauma. And so you also need to be gentle as you're also exploring the chapters in the book, so that when you are connecting, if it doesn't feel safe to do so, you get to step back. But this is, I think, a wonderful little mindfulness, little beautiful meditation that we can do to help you to connect. So if everybody feels good to do so, I'm just going to invite you to get comfortable and close your eyes. And just take a moment to notice how you feel in your body at this time. You can place your hand on your stomach and take a couple of deep breaths. Feel your breath enter through your nose, down your chest and into your belly. Feel your hand on your belly rising with each deep inhalation. After several breaths, imagine your feet growing roots that connect deep into Mother Earth. Big, thick roots that curl around each other and go down deep into the Earth's core. Allow yourself to release any uncomfortable feelings, whether it be sadness, anger, frustration, or sensations from pain or stress. Let them flow out of your body, down through the roots into Mother Earth. Now imagine life-giving energy from the magma, deep Mother Earth's core, coming up through the roots into the heels of your feet. Let it commingle with your blood and fill every cell in your body. Breathe it into every cell. Now let it come up your ankles, into your calves, your thighs, and deep into the recesses of your hips. Then up through your torso and back, up into your shoulders, and down your arms, and out your fingertips. Then up into your throat, your face and head, and allow it to shoot out the top of your head like a geyser. Feel the warmth, connection, and unconditional love that's pouring into you from Mother Earth. Take in the feeling of being supported and grounded. Continue to take 2 more cleansing, deep healing breaths, allowing yourself to slowly return to the room, to the sound of my voice. When you're ready, wiggle your toes and fingers, and taking your time and opening your eyes.
Thank you for that. Thank you. It's really special to hear your words in your voice and experience that meditation from you. It's very special.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and if you want to share your experience with that meditation in the chat so that we can all share with one another about how it affected you, that would be wonderful. And while you do that, let's draw another prize. Let's draw another name.
I'm not sure if she's here this evening, but Chandra, are you in here with us?
Chandra. I don't believe Chandra is here. I don't see a Chandra. Chandra, if you're here but under a different name, would you let us know in the chat? And if not, do you want to draw us a name of someone who's here? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Sorry, Chandra.
Oh, I'm not sure if this person is here either. Gabriel?
Gabriel, are you here?
False.
Yes. Oh, Gabriella?
No, not Gabriel.
Gabriella. Gabriel. You drew Gabriel though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to keep drawing.
All right.
I don't think she's here either. Christine Daly?
Christine Daly. Okay. Oh, this is getting exciting. The tension is building. Who's it going to be?
Yay, Beth Hedva.
Oh, perfect. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dr. Beth Hedva. Oh, that's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Oh, Gabriella said the meditation was very soothing and comforting, Vicki. Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So will you tell us a little bit more about grounding?
Mhm.
That was a very grounding meditation. Will you explain why it's important
Yeah.
to connect with your body in that way?
Yes. Yeah, for me, it's the one thing that you have to understand, like with trauma, when you think about it, is most people, when they're disconnected, they're not in their body. They've experienced something that has resulted in them. And often is the case is that they either check out of their body, it doesn't feel safe anymore. They learn how to live up here. Some people get stuck in their thoughts and as well. And so the rest of the body kind of gets lost. But you have to be in your body to experience the sensations and the things that you're experiencing when you're having interactions with people. Your emotions are housed in your body. Energetically, you need to be able to connect with your body so that you can actually feel energy and connect that way. So the next chapter made sense to me is now, how do we get people in their body? So mindfully being aware, and then secondly, getting them and helping them to ground. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the differences and the understanding. So when I say grounding, I mean connecting with your physical body, but then also what is termed another term is earthing. So physically putting your feet on the ground and actually feeling the sustenance and connecting with Mother Earth. And the rest of the chapter really explores the different ways that you can do that it doesn't have to, grounding through Mother Earth specifically is the most common, but that you can use sound bowls, you can use dance, you can use food, you can use crystals and gemstones. So I kind of explore the different ways that you can incorporate grounding into your life. Again, many different options of whatever that you feel connected to and that resonates with you so that people can use those tools. So here's just a little bit. The concepts of grounding and centering are often used interchangeably, but there are slight differences. When you are centered, you are anchored in both spirit and mind, logic and emotion, physical reality, and the ethereal world. When you are not centered, you feel lost, disconnected, and out of touch with yourself. This can occur if you externalize your experiences and fixate on the stories as if they are continually happening to you. This keeps you hyper-focused on your thoughts and emotions in relation to the narrative and perpetuates suffering. Alternatively, one can also stay stuck in the ethereal world by meditating excessively. You are living a human existence within a human body. You cannot keep yourself in a checked out, blissful, dreamlike state as it keeps you disconnected from your physical reality and responsibilities. When you are centered, you are present and in balance with your thoughts and emotions and feel calm and at peace in the core of your being with whatever is going on around you. Have you ever heard someone say, "I feel ungrounded," or "I wish I were more grounded"? You may have thought this was an odd expression, but it is what your body instinctively is seeking. There are two ways you can be grounded. First, to be grounded means being true to yourself and comfortable and confident with who you are. It is being present, in tune, and connected with your body, while also connected to your external environment. Second, grounding or earthing connects you energetically by placing your bare feet or full body on the earth. Grounding allows you to clear your mind, calm your emotions, and recharge your body.
Beautiful. I was thinking as you were describing that about because I'm a trauma therapist as well, and many of my clients with severe trauma talk about feeling like a walking head. And I love how you are really giving tools to gently reconnect with the body, to feel Mother Earth under your feet. These ways that, again, are really just resonant for the individual. It's really lovely. All right, so how about the senses chapter? I'm really curious about that, about how you guide us into the senses in your book.
Mhm. So for me, it was important to also give, so a part of the senses chapter, of course, is exploring your different senses. But for some people, they don't have actually words to that. So I kind of first off start off by helping people to understand the typical normal senses, right? Your sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. But there's also 3 more that I've included that most people don't know about. One is called vestibular, one is proprioception and interoception. So it's understanding how your body moves within yourself so that you can also have balance within the world, but also see how your head moves, how your body moves. So I thought it was important to include those 3 as well. And then I help you to work through how do you connect with each of those individual senses? How do you have an ability to go, okay, now I'm just focusing on sight. So I talk about in the mindfulness chapter, how to be mindful. When you're looking at something, you're observing it, but you're looking at just it, right? So sometimes it's just the act of observing. And then it's also then incorporating more things like how is that sight of whatever you're looking at then affecting you so that you can see it in a much broader and a bigger perspective. And then you start to you become then more aware of your senses. So when you're looking at things, you're really seeing things. You're being present in the moment with the thing that you're seeing. So I started there, and then I incorporated some language to go along with that. So as people start to explore their senses, it was important to me to give words to that. So I created quite a big list of different sensations, so that people can go like, look at the thing and go, if they've never experienced it or they don't really know, it's like, what kind of pain is it? Is it jabbing? Is it throbbing? Is it achy? Right? And then they can think of words that maybe they never thought of before. And the more you get detailed about your experience, you're just being more true to your experience. You're being more authentic with what is happening in your body. So then it just gives you more information. And it's a great curiosity. So I'm just going to read a small section here as well about that. For some of you, when you start to explore and sit with the sensations in your body, it may feel overwhelming, scary, confusing, and challenging to stay present. The sensations may bring up negative thoughts of self, uncomfortable emotions, or disturbing memories. If negative thoughts or memories come up, notice the thought or memory, continue to breathe, and let it go. Allow yourself to be mindful of the task at hand. Explore sensations in your body and stay present with those sensations. As you start to explore your body's sensations, you will likely tap into emotions stored in the parts of your body. Although you may not believe it, this is a great thing to happen. As discussed in chapter 4, there are several reasons why you may not have been able to feel your emotions fully. For example, it wasn't safe to do so because a parent or caregiver yelled at you if you cried. Whatever the reason, your brilliant brain recognized it needed to shut down your emotions to survive. As you tap into sensations in your body, you will likely tap into repressed emotions that need to be processed and released. If an emotion comes up when you explore a particular sensation in a specific part of your body, name the emotion and let yourself feel the emotion along with the sensation. For example, I feel tightness around my heart and I feel sad. Explore the tightness and its nuances in and around your heart and let yourself feel sad. Later in the book, later in this chapter, I just wanted to add, along with senses, is helping people to understand their intuition. So as you start to feel into your body and really truly understand and be present with your sensations and be able to name them and feel them, that gives you the ability then to also connect with your intuition, which is what I call your true knowing. So your intuition is not only mental and emotional, physical, but it's spiritual. So incorporating that to that piece as well was important to me. And then after that, I go into beyond knowing, into what we call the four clairs, right? So clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairaudience, which is clear hearing, clairsentience or clear feeling in your body, claircognizance or clear knowing. So it is going above and beyond yourself to understand things that are outside of you, but that you can still tap into.
I really get the sense, Vicki, that you're helping people to create a container, a safe container to be with their experience, to feel their emotions, to notice small pieces of their experience so that it's not overwhelming. And then let that be the guide into that authentic connection with self that you were describing, really allowing that real connection to your own knowing happen through that.
And I think it's so important because I think for many people, they do have that connection to their own internal knowing, but also externally. And many people don't talk about it, right? So people feel that, oh, that can't be happening, or I don't really know that, or I can't really feel that. That must be wrong. And then they question themselves that they're seeing beyond what they're actually seeing from their physical eyes. But those things and those experiences are real. And it's important that we honor those as we, as a part of our abilities as humans to actually tap into those things.
Wow. Yeah, you're really validating that in your book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, how about another prize?
Alrighty.
Okay.
I don't think she's here, but Kim Watts, I don't think she came.
Kim, are you here? Let us know in the chat if you are. I don't see Kim here. So I think we should move on to somebody else.
Litsa Pavlakos, my beautiful cousin.
Litsa. Am I saying that correctly? Litsa? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Litsa. Woohoo! Ellie says, very interesting. She can't wait to get a copy over in Australia. Oh, fantastic. Vicki, is your book available only in hard copy, or is it available for a digital download as well if somebody wants to read it on Kindle?
So it is. So you have to access, because I didn't know this, being a first-time author. It doesn't show up on Amazon.ca, which is for Canada. But if you go to Amazon.com, you can absolutely get the ebook version. And at some point in the future, I will be doing an audiobook getting that. That's going to be a lot of work, but that's the hope. At some point I'll do that as well. So there is a soft cover and a hard cover, and you can get that in Canada and you can get that in the US. So in terms of, I'm assuming Australia is going to hopefully have access to that. I don't know how it works. I don't know if they have an Amazon in Australia. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, and so it sounds like maybe the same for them. If they go to Amazon.com, they can get the digital copy if they would prefer the e-copy. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And are you going to be doing the audio for the audiobook?
I think so. I think that's
Nice.
I think that would be good. I think it's important to also get some understanding, because that in and of itself is, people do this for a living.
Absolutely.
You have to understand, and I'm just putting the pieces together, because I was thinking about it in terms of like, okay, in the middle of a chapter, there's an exercise. Do you flow through the whole thing, or do you how does it work? Do you flow through the whole thing, or do I put those things at the end, and then how do you put them all together? So it's a lot. There'll be definitely a big technical aspect to it. So figuring that out, once I get there, I'll get some.
A lot of moving parts. Yeah.
Some
Oh,
help.
good. And Ellie says that they can get it in Australia. I think the e-copy as well. So the digital copy. That's great to know. And I see, and Amazon.ca also has the Kindle option. Talia says, so wonderful. So great. It's very accessible. Okay. So now we're on to the energy chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you add this chapter?
Yeah. So I think just from my own personal experiences, the importance of energy work. and doing Reiki on people. So I talk about Reiki so that people get an understanding of what Reiki is. And but I thought, this is a book about connecting with yourself. So I also talk about Reiki and tell them what it is. But some people can access it, whether that's financially, whether they don't have access to somebody to go to get Reiki outside of themselves. But I thought it was important that they can also give energy to themselves, right? That you don't need to access through Reiki. If people understand Reiki, basically Reiki is downloaded symbols that are downloaded and passed to you generationally through teacher to student. And then they're activated in you, and then you can use the energy from that to be able to give energy healing to others. But to me, it doesn't matter, because to me, energy comes from universe. So there is you can access, and we'll go in this one, we'll also do another little kind of like connection meditation, so that you can feel giving energy to yourself. So you can imagine just you're gathering energy, whether it's from in this meditation, we're going to be doing it from our heart, but you can gather energy outside of you from the universe. Take your body and your spirit out, and don't fully disconnect, but imagine that you're leaving and you're going up to the universe, and you're getting universal energy and bringing it down through your head into your body, out your arms, and then you just place your hands where you need to on your body. So it's about comfort, just as we experience comfort when somebody is struggling. I think through connection, just somebody placing a hand on you, or you placing a hand on them, is imparting that energy, is imparting healing, is imparting comfort and soothing. And so this is what you can do for yourself. So here's what I talk about briefly. So have you ever placed your hand on a friend or a loved one when they were upset? The act of putting your hand on someone can physically reduce the physiological and chemical reactions flooding their body. A friendly touch increases the release of oxytocin, known as the cuddle hormone. But it is more than that. It provides a deep level of connection with another human being. We crave physical contact, and if we don't get it, our body can feel depleted emotionally and physically. What we seem to forget is that we can also provide this physical contact to ourselves. You don't have to seek out comfort and physical touch from another. You can bring energy, care, and comfort by placing your hands on your body. So I'd like to do just another quick little meditation here. And I'm just going to invite everybody again, just getting comfortable and closing your eyes. Taking a couple deep breaths. Just increase your self-awareness and notice if there's any discomfort in your body at this time. I want you to rub your hands together for about 10 to 20 seconds and just set the intention that you're going to connect with that discomfort. I just want you to do a mental scan from the top of your head down to your toes. And then just maybe choose a place where there feels like there's some stress or tension that you're going to work on. And I want you to imagine a ray of deep emerald green emanating from your heart chakra, spreading across your chest, allowing it to flow down your arms and into your hands and out your fingers. Now place your hands on the body part that is in distress. If you can't reach that body part, place your hands on the opposite side of where there is discomfort and direct the flow of energy to it with your mind and breath. Keep breathing in that beautiful emerald green from your heart, letting it flow out your hands and sending that body part unconditional love from your heart. Feel the energy flow into the body part. After several minutes, you may notice any shifts or changes in the level of discomfort Just keep breathing it in, being present as best as you can. And when you feel ready, you can disengage, thanking your heart for providing this healing, allowing yourself to slowly return to the room, to the sound of my voice, and opening your eyes when you feel ready.
Thank you for that. And again, if you'd like to share your experience, if you noticed a change in your body or a change in sensation as you were doing that, guided by Vicky, let us know in the chat what it was like for you. I really love, Vicky, how you're making energy work accessible, that there doesn't have to be a gatekeeper to energy work, that it's accessible to us at any time from ourselves.
Mhm.
That's so powerful.
And I just wanted to add along in the energy chapter, I talk about chakras so people can understand those, because I kind of brought up heart chakra there. So some people may not be an awareness of that. And I talk about energy bodies that we carry. We have our physical human body, right? And then we have energy bodies, 7 energy bodies outside of ourselves that we also store energy, and we connect with other people through those energy bodies. Along with that is to understand that the energy chapter is not about just healing energy for yourself, but it's about understanding how your energy and other people's energy affect each other. And that there's pieces in the chapter that help you to protect your energetically. I talk about that, how to connect, with people energetically who you may be feeling through just energy work and prayer for other people in support of them. And also to just experience what that means to be really truly connected with one another through energy.
So valuable. And I just wanted to share with you that Ala and Juan said that was wonderful. I felt the healing energy move. And Donna said peaceful energy.
Nice.
It sounds like people had some really lovely, profound experiences.
Mhm.
Even with that, just that small piece makes such a difference. Yeah. So your final chapter in the book is on shamanism. And, it's not typical for a book on trauma and connecting to your body to speak about shamanism. So what prompted you to include this chapter in your book?
For me specifically, obviously, with having my own shamanic teachings that I took and becoming a shamanic practitioner allowed me to do a lot of my own releasing and healing work. And the tools and the rituals and the ceremonies that come from shamanism are a beautiful, easy way to connect with your experience, but then also to release the experiences that you're having, the trauma, the things that you're holding on to. And just connecting more deeply with Mother Earth, because it was important to me to understand that we're just, we get stuck in our ego and believe that it's about us. And we forget that we're also being informed by nature. We're being informed by a Mother Earth, that she's actually supporting us, nurturing us, holding space for us, providing unconditional love when for many people, they don't know what that is. And they have never experienced it before. So you can actually get it through that connection. And that's what it means to be a shaman. Some people don't understand it. And as I'll discuss briefly about this, so you'll see kind of like how many people don't really know what a shaman is and what they do. And that's kind of like what I'm just going to talk about in a second. But the rest of the chapter is incorporating how you can connect, the different rituals and ceremonies that I experienced and participated in that helped me to release things, and just being overall more connected. Because as you connect through all of these things, there is a connection to self. And through shamanism, it's about actually connecting beyond yourself. When, we went to, the transpersonal is what we learned, right? We went to that school. It's about that. It's the transpersonal means going beyond yourself, going above yourself, to experiencing something that is not just of you, but that you are connected through, and that we are all actually connected, and again, through energy. So I thought it was a way to round out fully all of those things, and that shamanism was an important chapter to include. So here's a little bit about shamanism. Historically, shamans have existed in every culture. When cultures became industrialized and religion started to centralize rituals and ceremonies they deemed as following God's word, traditional generational teachings were seen as heretical and demonized. Sadly, some of those teachings have been lost. Be honest, when you saw there was a chapter on shamanism, did that bring up a critical bias in you? It's okay if it did. People who don't know anything about shamanism may perceive shamans perform voodoo and connect with dark magic. This perception couldn't be further from the truth. What does it mean to be a shaman? A shaman is a mediator between the spiritual worlds of heaven and earth. A shaman is often the healer in the community. They have inherent gifts and abilities to see illness in a person through journeying and other divining tools. Divination uses a specific medium to discern information about the person's past, present, and future. As discussed in chapter 8, a shaman taps into the energetic blockages that create mental, emotional, or physical dis-ease in the body. If necessary, they perform healing by releasing and resetting the stuck energy. They also provide information to the person about what you saw in the journey. In many indigenous cultures, those gifts come as a result of a near-death experience. Peruvian shamans say you can't become a shaman unless you're struck by lightning. More importantly, the shaman is a steward of the land. Shamans work in harmony with great respect for Mother Earth and all she provides. Pachamama, which is another word for Mother Earth, is always there for us. She supports us and provides unconditional love. She nourishes us, feeds us, and hydrates us, not only physiologically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. She will take your worries, cares, and moods and mulch them like compost. You can connect with her and ask her anytime for anything. You do everything in your life on her. Eat, sleep, live, love, play, and work. In return, all she asks is for your care, respect, and love. Mother Earth breathes life into you.
In so many ways, your book is about connection with self, connection with others, and then connection to something beyond that, to nature and Mother Earth and energy.
Mm-hmm.
These different layers and levels of connection.
Yes.
Wow. All right, it is time for another prize.
Yay, Emily Gilmore.
Emily Gilmore.
Another fellow classmate. She's another fellow wonderful, beautiful spirit sister doing our counseling of psychology together.
Yes, congratulations, Emily. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I love all these prizes. This is exciting. There are a lot of prizes tonight. This is very cool. All right, so tell us about the final section of the book. The final section of the book is your authentic self. Let us know what makes this important.
So I think, as I stated at the beginning, I talked about it in terms of just, it was a way to kind of like bring all the pieces together and just for people to understand the importance of truly connecting to their authentic self, and the importance of doing that, because sadly I see it all the time in my clients, right? The inability to be truly themselves, and that comes from trauma. It's a way of protection, right? And also people learn that it's not safe, and or it's about, maybe for some, people pleasing, again, as a means of being safe. So if I have to people please, I have to basically be everything for everybody else. I can never truly have my own self-identity. And it is hard for people because they truly feel lost. And they seek to others to try to understand themselves, when they need to understand themselves and connect with themselves to be able to be fully whole and healed. So I just read a very brief portion of this part. The 4 S's. So why 4 S's? Why not 5 or 6 or 10? I believe self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and self-love give you the foundation for achieving self-actualization and living authentically. You may be wondering, what the heck is self-actualization? To become self-actualized means you realize your full potential by developing your skills, abilities, talents, and gifts, and have appreciation for yourself and your life. When you are self-actualized, you accept yourself fully with all your abilities and limitations. By nurturing your hopes, dreams, creations, self-development, personal growth, and well-being, you realize your full potential and achieve self-fulfillment. You create the life you want. Self-actualization doesn't occur in a bubble. You achieve it through connection with people, community, animals, natures, and spirit. So really in the rest of this, in this one-page chapter, I just go into the ways to experience those things and how you can have self-compassion for yourself, self-forgiveness, and go into some tools about that, self-acceptance, and then finally self-love.
I like that you keep it to these 4 essential S's, because boy, 10 would be a lot to try and do or remember or take in, but 4 is this very nice, manageable number, and it's easy to remember and focus on. That's so helpful. Okay, so why don't we take a few questions? Do you feel ready for that? I can see if anybody has any questions. So if you have a question, feel free to raise your hand and we'll unmute you, or you can unmute yourself and let Vicky know what your question is, or you can drop your question in the chat, whatever you prefer. Oh, I see Despina has a question. Go ahead, Despina. I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
Yeah, you are. And I turned the video on and off due to my internet connection. First of all, I just want to say that I feel like this book has come out at a great time. I think the last 2 years of this pandemic will really help a lot of people with, like, this book is amazing. And what Vicky is offering can help a lot of people right now. So my question is, I think that the part of the book that you touched on is the shamanism part. And I think some of the people that I would like to, I'm a nurse, and I think some of my colleagues would benefit from this book, but how can I think the fear is that, oh, shamanism, how can I introduce that to them and let them be open to it, to the shamanism part, without them being like, shamanism, like, what the hell is that?
That's a great question.
Because that's part of the trailer, and that's part of what is in the book, in the back of the book, right? So yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So yeah, unless you're reading the chapter on, I say, like, is helping people to understand. Well, I'd say, like, I would ask them, so that they're like, what the hell is shamanism? Or, that seems like weird. So say, what is your understanding of what shamanism is? Or what do you perceive shamanism to be? And then you'll get their understanding. Maybe they'll say, like, oh, it's voodoo, like, kind of like what I stated, or it seems like, right? I don't know exactly what the experience would be, or what they would say their experience is with it. That would give you an understanding of where they're coming from. And then I guess for you, it would be just, you can say, so what my understanding is from Vicky is that shamanism really is kind of like what I stated in this brief reading, that shamanism is about connecting to the land, that it is about having an experience with the land, and that it is how we truly need to interact, and that we're just not taught. So for me, when I decided to take shamanism, I was disconnected to nature. We are completely disconnected from it. But it's the thing that was missing. It was a thing that I felt was missing in my own life, and was greatly, sorely missed. And again, because it's like letting people know that you're constantly being informed by the earth. there is, through, whether it's through animals, whether it's through the day, whether it is through sound, through wind, through connecting with trees. It seems odd for people because we haven't had to. We live in cities. If you haven't been raised on a farm and understand what it means to connect with the animals that you have to kill, right, in order to eat your food, we're disconnected. We go to the store, we buy our food, it's already cut up, and we're not connected to it. So it's about a reconnection to truly our basic knowing of where we come from. And to me, that's coming from the land. I don't know if that helps.
It
But-
does help because it's like you said, one line, it's connecting to the earth. It's
Mhm.
connecting, and people can relate to that. So that was perfect. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Despina.
Great. Yeah, it seems like such a simple way to sum it up in a way that people can understand. It's connecting to the earth and maybe nature. Miriam had a question. I know she had her hand raised. So Miriam, feel free to unmute yourself. Her question is, what inspired you to write this book, Vicki?
Yeah, so for me, I think I said a little bit about it. I think I love to write, and I had a sense that I was supposed to write a book at some point. And again, I drew upon my own personal experiences. So for me, I was completely disconnected. I was completely disconnected from my body, and I see it in my clients. So having my own traumas, which I talk about in the book, and difficulty with myself with anger growing up, and not feeling good about myself and my body, because disconnection comes in many forms. It's not just through trauma. It can be through just hating your body, right? As women, right, and men, we go through phases of not accepting of ourselves, and so I experienced a lot of that growing up with my own struggles, and so it was drawing on that. It's kind of like it's kind of like writing a book to myself in a sense, right, of my own experiences, and then with all of the I mean, I just feel so fortunate with all of the true experiences that I've had the opportunity to have throughout the years. I thought that it was important to kind of like put those all together and support my clients in a way that some of them. So I have a lot of clients who are spiritually focused and they're interested in these things, and I can talk about these things. For others, they're not. So I thought it's also a way of bridging that for some people who may not have an understanding of it, but or have a curiosity about it. And then that way they can have it in book form. And then if they're more curious, they can ask questions. So I think it kind of like encapsulates all of that.
Thank you, Vicki.
You're welcome.
So there's one more question, Vicki, and why don't we take this question and then we'll wrap up with our last little bit here and our final grand prize. So I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Ducey asked, is shamanism considered a religious practice? And I think that's a really important and helpful question for people to know the answer to.
That's a great question. That's from Patricia. No, shamanism is not a religious practice. It's a spiritual practice. And it is a way for all indigenous cultures throughout the whole world have some form of shamanic practice, right? They all have their own way of being and all connecting. And it is about community. It is about connecting and being a part of, again, that we are a part of the land and the land is informing us that the food comes to us from the land, and we can't have that without knowing that we're getting that. So it's about reciprocity, which I talk about in the shamanic chapter, about, that we take, but we also need to give back. And how do we have the smallest footprint on the land? So no, it's not a religion.
It really sounds like it's so much about acknowledging that we are in relationship with the earth and energy and nature.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, so we have two more prizes, another prize, and then in just a moment, we'll do the grand prize. So let's do one more prize.
So we've had 5 draws, and I have 7 in the grand prize. So I'll do 2 more.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And we'll do the grand prize. I'm not sure if there is a Connie Burton.
Connie, are you here? If you are, let us know in the chat. I don't see Connie's name here.
Donna Gilbert.
Donna, are you here? Let us know in the chat. Donna Gilbert? I see Donna Sell. Donna, are you Donna Gilbert? Maybe if she's on her cell, maybe she's having
Donna's
trouble running.
here.
Donna's here. Congratulations, Donna. Woohoo.
Awesome. I'll get your contact information letter so you can get that.
So before you draw the next prize, will you share your website with us?
Absolutely. So, okay, here we go again with the sharing.
Well, as you're doing that, I'll let everyone know. So you may already know, I think you probably do, that Vicky is a psychologist, but
and cognitive distortions.
oh, we can hear that, Vicky. Thank you. So you may not know that Vicky also recently completed a coaching course. So Vicky, can you tell us a little bit about your coaching program and why you chose the one you did as you're sharing your website with us?
Absolutely. So my beautiful instructor, Gabrielle Embaum, is actually here with us this evening as well. So I had heard about theta healing, which is another type of healing modality that I felt connected to and I wanted to take. So I was doing I was searching out to take a course and do theta healing, and I happened upon the Coaching Academy, which is a coachingacademy.net in Montreal. And it was an online program which incorporated coaching and in teaching and being a life coach certification program. And then along with doing theta healing. And so it was like two birds with one stone. It was fantastic. I was really actually very excited about it because we had talked about it actually, Carissa. I know that you had taken coaching, and I wanted to do something about that so that I could have that as an adjunct to what I do. So that I'm just offering life coaching for some people to focus on some specific issues that are not trauma related. So I wanted to engage with that. So then I took the program and I completed that this winter in December. And so then I created my webpage here. It's basically it goes into the coaching and then the book. And at some point I will be creating a course. So it'll expand. It's really just getting it out there, getting some information out there, and the different areas of that people can engage with the coaching.
And will your course be based on the book?
That was the plan. We will see. Those things can transform. It was the plan, and that exactly was the plan. So yeah, figuring that out, absolutely.
Yeah, so to be discovered, to unfold. Wonderful. All right, let's do another prize, since we have one more before the grand prize. So would you like to draw one more?
Yeah, and just to answer your question, Miriam, it's coachingacademy.net.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wendy, I don't think she's here. Wendy Lazon.
Wendy, are you here? Wendy Lazan. And thank you, Gabriella, for putting the web address there in the chat. So if anyone needs that, it's there.
I'm here.
Wendy's here. Congratulations, Wendy.
Double L. Yay, Wendy. I wasn't sure. Beautiful. Excellent. All right.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I was just saying, before we do the grand prize, will you just let us know what's next? I know we talked a little bit about, the course and your coaching.
Yep.
What's next for you?
So, yeah, for me, it's more about kind of like some stuff that's kind of happening with finishing up in terms of like creating maybe a course at some point. I'd like to also just do the actual embodied exercises and do a voice of those so that they can be on the website and that people can then just access the different things so that they can just go ahead and do them, because it's nice to have somebody do it instead of going like, okay, I've done this myself. You read it and then you're like going, I just want to hear it. I just want to be in the moment. So that's the plan, is to do that, put that on the website so people can access all of the different exercises that are meditative in nature. And then doing audiobook at some point.
Fantastic.
so
I was
that's-
thinking that when you were guiding us, oh, it'd be so wonderful to have a companion to the book of hearing your voice reading those meditations or sharing those meditations.
And then also, I am creating, and that's just like time constraints, but I've created a YouTube channel, and it's just Vicki Rebecca's YouTube, which's got nothing on it. But at some point, the hope is to kind of have.
Can I pause you so we can just say that again so everyone can hear it?
Yeah.
Vicki Rebecca's YouTube, and will you spell it for us so that people can find you, even if there's nothing there yet?
Yeah. So it's VICKY and Rebecca's ROU, B as in Bob, EKAS as in Sam. And then just YouTube, I'm assuming if you just type in Vicki Rebecca's, it would come up. Haven't even done it. But basically it's going to be a place where I can just impart more information, psychology, spirituality, just talk about stuff that interests me and might interest clients. And I want it to be interactive. So I want, if people have questions or they're curious, and they want to know things that they'd struggle with, that they'd love somebody to have just kind of like talk them through it. I want to be able to do kind of like just videos and post those on there. So that's what I'm up to.
Awesome. That'll be so valuable. And, just talking about promotion and offering things, writing a book is a labor of love. Oh my goodness, the amount of energy and time and your heart and I'm sure your blood, sweat, and tears that you've invested into this book has just been tremendous. And Vicki, you've really woven so much profound information together in this book, drawing from your personal experience, drawing from all of your training, all of your skill, everything you've learned as a therapist along the way and in your own life. And so I want to invite everyone that if you're here to help spread the word about this amazing book. So I invite you to do two things. One is tell people about it, share it. Anyone who you think might benefit from this book and the information in it, please let them know about it. Share the link on Amazon, tell them about the book. And then number two, go to Amazon and write a review. It means so much when you write a review on Amazon. It's actually a huge act of love, and it will really support Vicki. It will also help promote the book, and it'll help get it out there to more people who really need this information. So please take the time, even if it's just 2 or 3 words, just pop on Amazon and write that review. We'd really appreciate that. Yeah, anything else you want to say about that, Vicki?
No, that would be great. I just wanted to thank everybody, definitely, about taking the time from your evening to be able to come and participate. This means a lot. I really wanted to do it in person, but given the nature of what we're going through, I didn't want to pass up not doing it. So it was really important to me to do it. So, and I think it turned out well, other than all technical glitches as do happen. But it was wonderful, and I appreciate every one of you for taking the time out of your evenings this Saturday evening to be with me. And especially to you, Chris, I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this, because I know you're crazy busy as well. And to let you know also what, Carissa is a counselor herself, is also a coach, and she's started recently a new website, carissacarner.com. So if anybody is interested, she is offering a program on helping people learn how to public speak. And you can talk a little bit more about that, or put it in the chat if anybody's interested in connecting. So if anybody's got to do any public speaking and have some, nervous energy about that, then she's your gal. She's got a lot of great information. And I just wanted to also state that, because this is a pretty big deal for you to take the time out of your evening to do this for me. So thank you so much. And I just wanted to thank just the there's so many people that, help you when you're doing this. Of course, the most important are the people that, even just did the first read through, right? So I had some people graciously offered their time to do some read through, and those people are Irina Bondarov, Tiana Chow, Despina Carrizos, Joyce Lang, and Eula Picos. They all did kind of first reads and gave me some feedback, which was really important for me to be able to kind of like add some things that I wouldn't know to add. So I appreciate that. Of course, to Beth Hedba for writing the foreword. That was pretty big for me. Stephanie Harichuk, she helped me in some of the writing process and kind of like doing the outline of the book and getting me kind of like focused on what my chapters were. And then that helped me to kind of stay focused. Mariah Loza Koksan, she was my editor. So she did a wonderful job in helping put that together. And then my good friend Constantina Zotokostas, she also edited and gave me, did a whole full read through and edited the book. So I had a lot of great help, and I just appreciate everybody's input in doing that.
It takes a village, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's been my pleasure to be here with you. I just wanted to respond to your thanking me. It's really wonderful to celebrate this with you, Vicki. It's really fun to be here.
Thank you.
And I really celebrate this accomplishment. I mean, what an incredible gift you're giving to the world. So thank you. Thank you for this labor of love.
Thank you so much for saying that.
And you're welcome. And now it is, drum roll please, the final grand prize of the evening. So the grand prize, and we're going to share what this one is. The grand prize is that Vicki is offering 2-hour-long coaching sessions. 2-hour-long coaching sessions valued at $400. So are you ready to pull the name and see who's going to win the grand prize?
Leah Rebeckas, my sister-in-law.
Ah, congratulations, Leah. Woohoo. And you have so many thank yous here, Vicki. I hope you take you're able to take the time to read some of these messages. I haven't been able to read them all, but everyone's just saying, so grateful to you. Thank you so much. So grateful to be a part of this tonight. Congratulations, Vicki. Thank you, Vicki and Carissa. Thank you, Vicki, for the energy, information, and the gifts. Congratulations on getting this out there. What a great evening. So just so many kudos and congratulations, Vicki. And that brings us to the very end of the Embodied book launch party. Vicki, is there anything else you want to say before we part ways tonight?
I just hope that you got something out of this evening, that it was informative, gives you some ideas about how to connect with your bodies, and that you learn how to become more embodied and enjoy the ride.
Yes. May we all be more embodied. Thank you so much, Vicki. Thank you, each one of you. Thank you for being here and being a part of this experience and celebrating Vicki.
Thank you again.
Thank you to both of you. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dustina.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello, Lita in Australia and Ellie.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Welcome. And Carissa, thank you too.
Thank you, Eula. Thank you, Ellie.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Boo Boo. Love you.
Love you, Eula.
And super proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Super proud.
Congratulations, Vicki.
Thank you, Cuz. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you for the beautiful flowers again.
You're very welcome. You've done such hard work. It's all paying off now.
Thank you. Thank you. Love
Awesome work. Awesome work. Great launch.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Vicky,
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
May this book bring you more fulfillment, more alignment, help many people, and bring only blessings to you and those that the book is going to touch.
Thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you for your words. It was a pleasure being here, and I wish you only blessings from this.
Thank you so much, Gabriella. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Eula.
Be well.
Thank you.
Wow. I can't-
All right.